Hi everybody and welcome back to some more F1 2019 career mode here on this channel. I'm KPG-GOONER here and this is part number 9 of my career walkthrough. Now just before we start the race we have had an upgrade come in on the ICE, which is positive because that is one area where the car is suffering. Now we've got to just have a quick check on the car. I think a lot of the components in the car are starting to really wear, so this is a concerning race, but this is a circuit I haven't really raced around, so I can't really take the penalties in this one. But the next race is Austria, so I might have to fix some of those components there, so fingers crossed the car holds up for this race. But anyway, let's get into the practice session and get some laps in, so here we go.
Welcome to qualifying for this weekend's French Grand Prix. The teams are making their last-minute adjustments before the lights go green and the fight for pole position gets underway. Now then, Anthony Davidson, you're not getting any younger, but you have been involved in your fair share of qualifying sessions in an illustrious 30-year career. How do you deal with the pressure when you have that one chance to deliver a perfect lap?
It's not so much about dealing with the pressure, it's more about how you approach the risk and just how much of it are you willing to take. You're constantly balancing the car on the edge of grip from braking, cornering and traction. And over the course of a lap, it's easy to get that balance wrong. And that's why achieving the perfect lap is almost impossible. As you say, I've been doing this 30 years now, and it never gets any easier.
Right, so that was the practice session over. Now it's time for qualifying. Now, we managed to earn some decent development points, which is positive. We kept on getting top 10 times, so we're not far away. If we can just push it another half second quicker, we might be able to get maybe top 5. You never know. Let's keep our fingers crossed. But this circuit is very, very challenging, so let's see if we can set a decent time. I don't want to have to do too many laps. I want to go into the race with some decent grip on these softs. Let's see if we can just latch onto the car in front. We might be able to slipstream him on some of the straights. Oh, that last corner is a right bitch. That is going to be a really challenging one, especially with a lot of cars going around here at the same time. Right, let's see if we can set a lap. Now we seem to be okay in Sector 1. Sector 2 we struggle, and Sector 3 I think we're about average. So we've got a lot of work. It's not too bad through there. But yeah, this circuit is going to be very difficult in the wet. If it was to rain, getting on some of these curbs is going to be a real challenge. But fingers crossed, I think we have got dry weather for our race. It's not too bad trying to push this car. And haven't seen any effects of any wear or any problems with the car so far, so it's looking positive. It's just got to hold up for another race, and then we're going to have to replace some of the components. We've already done that one. We took a hit in the previous race, so, and that was because of the gearbox issues that we had at Monaco. So we take as much speed through this turn. I like this high speed corner. Just carry the speed as much as you can, and just start slowly. And the Gasly is just putting a 133.1. So that's the sort of times we want to get close to. I think the fastest I put in the practice sessions was a 134.2. Let's see if we can get a little bit quicker than that. Just try and hold it around that turn. Final corner, swing it round. And let's see if we can just latch on to the car in front. So what sort of time we're going to get. And a 134. Holding that speed around that turn. And let's see if we can just carry a little bit more right onto the curb again. Just try to carry, turn. Oh, that was nicely done. That felt a lot better. And again, just trying to take as much as I can through these slow corners. Oh, we got a little bit wide. Oh, that was a bit of a mistake. So just be careful. Come to the final corner. Let's see if we can nail this last corner. And swing it round. And again, just going onto the curbs, that is slowing me down a bit, but this felt a little bit quicker. And over the finish line, oh, 133, well that's better.
With qualifying finished, it's time to remind ourselves of our top three. Bottas, Vettel and Pierre Gasly. Goodbye for now then, but we're really just getting started. Make sure to join us again for Lights Out tomorrow.
Right, so we get 8th position, which wasn't bad. I will take that. Let's get straight into the race and see if we can at least finish in that position at the end. So here we go.
Welcome along then to the Circuit Paul Ricard, home of the French Grand Prix, home race of the Renault team, and of course a number of the drivers on the grid as well. Of the 14 races held here up until 1990, 5 were won by a Frenchman, and 4 of those, of course, were Alain Prost. I wonder who'll add their name to that winners list today. 6 lefts and 9 rights give us a total of 15 corners here at the Circuit Paul Ricard, and a lap covers an overall distance of 3.6 miles. Average speeds will be somewhere in the region of 142 miles per hour, and they'll be maxing out on the Mistral Straight at around 205 miles per hour. Joining me for today's race once again is Anthony Davidson. Can we begin by having a chat about Sergio Perez? Looks like they've got a tough race in store today, as grid penalties from changing power unit components has forced them further down the field.
But on the bright side, at least those fresh components can help them maintain the power they need to come through the pack. I expect to see them take a more aggressive approach today to make up for the compromised start.
It's time to see how our drivers are stacking up after yesterday's exciting qualifying session. Valtteri Bottas lines up on pole position, and starting alongside in P2 is Sebastian Vettel. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Gasly, Hamilton, Max Verstappen and Grosjean, Weber, Carlson, Sainz and Kimi Räikkönen, Ricciardo, Norris, Daniel Kvyat and Giovinazzi, Butler, Russell, Robert Kubica and Charles Leclerc. Albon, they've taken a grid penalty, and Sergio Perez completes our grid. Now it's almost time to lights out, so let's go down to the track.
Right, so here we go with the French GP. Let's see if we can finish in the top 10 again. And it's 5 red lights, and off we go. And that wasn't the greatest starts. Oh, that was really bad, and loads of cars have managed to get past. We're just going to have to try and just hold in an inside line, and we dived in the inside. Ooh, we have to be careful those sort of moves, but we've managed to get back into P10 ahead of Räikkönen, and we've just got to try and stick with the cars in front as long as we can. Right, slow it down. Ooh, just went straight into the back of Ricciardo there. Got to be careful, I don't want to lose my front wings. And we've got into that corner, maybe a bit tight with Ricciardo, just trying to squeeze him out. Oh, did I get any damage there? That was a bit of a risky move. Oh, lucky I got away with that one. And, oh God, look at our engine. Oh, that does not look good. And, oh, I think I'm feeling a lack of power here, and we're getting absolutely killed on the straight. Oh, we've lost 4 places, and we're getting forced out of the way. Just trying to hold that inside, get out of the way, and just try and hold on to that, and we're back into P11, but that does not look good. Oh, we could have an engine failure in today's race, and again we've just been completely killed in that corner. I don't seem to have any power at all here, and I'm just trying to hang on to this position as long as I can, but as soon as I get on the straights, every car is probably just going to fly past me. I wasn't expecting the engine to fail this early on. I thought I could just nurse it through the race, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen. We're on lap 1 and we're already down to P12, and every single turn we're going to have a car trying to get past us. Here we go, onto another straight. We're going to see if they're going to be able to just fly past us. I think they are. There's just no power at all. I feel so slow, and there we go. There goes Giovinazzi. There goes Norris, and oh, someone else is coming up the inside. There's no point even stopping Russell from getting past, and we're down to P15. This is an absolute disaster. We should have taken the penalties, started at the back of the grid and fought our way through. This way we're probably not even going to finish the race. But you live and learn. This is my first career series on a F1 game for a long time, and I'm learning the hard way. Hopefully if we take the penalties in the next race in Austria, I'm not too bad around there, we might be able to pick up some points, but it's just not going well. There goes another 2 places, 3 places, and that is it. We've only got a couple more cars behind us, and we are just literally going to be trailing at the back. We've just got no pace whatsoever, and there's nothing I can do about it. So we just might as well just let go past. There goes Albon. We're just going to have to just coast all the way to the end. But I don't think this car's even going to make it that far. Let's just see if we can just wait for the luck. Oh God, you might as well go past. There's no point in me even trying to keep you off me.
On the internal combustion engine. Let's try and keep the revs down. Early upshifts, later downshifts.
Really struggling. I think we're at least 4 or 5 seconds slower than everyone else. And will the final car go past? I think he will. And there you go. That is complete and utter game over.
That's it for another Grand Prix and a fantastic win for Mercedes. Talk to me, Ant. What was it that set them apart from the competition today?
Well, tyre management probably played quite a large role in the outcome of this one. As ever, it's not just about speed, it's all about maintaining that speed consistently over a stint, over a race distance. So being able to keep up the lap times while still being smooth on the controls and gentle on the tyres, that's really where the race was won today.
So after a magnificent race, we can now see the drivers making their way to the podium. Once again, it's the Silver Arrows who take top spot, a well-earned victory for Mercedes. Let's have a look then at the drivers' standings. It's a great result for Lewis Hamilton, who moves further ahead at the top of the table. Let's focus on the driver of the day. Anthony Davidson, who do you pick?
Well, my driver of the day has to be Charles Leclerc. He was unstoppable out on the track today, weaving through the competition with ease.
Let's move on to the constructors. Mercedes continue to extend their lead. And with that, we wrap up another weekend of motorsport. But with more races lined up, be sure to join us when we come back with more Formula One.
What on earth was that performance? Come on, this isn't bumper cars at the fairground. Your results and conduct here matter, so pay more attention. We can't afford too many races like that.
Well, she really told me. Well, that was my first DNF of the season. The car was just completely shot to pieces. And yeah, we didn't get no points. But now we get a chance to alter our contract. Now I'm going to ask for a few extra bonuses in the contract perks, and let's see if they will accept that. But to be honest, up until this point I've done really well. With the car I've got, it does struggle in a lot of areas, and it's going to take a time. It may be towards the end of Season 1 or early Season 2 before we're going to see this car hopefully challenge for podiums. But we go to Austria in the next round. I'm going to take some penalty hits with repairing the parts, and I'm going to try my best. Austria is a good circuit for me. I don't mind that one. And if I can get a good qualifying in, take the penalty hits, and then try and battle from the back and get a good position, you never know. And there you go. We got a few extra things on our contract which will help. But let's have a quick look at what we need to repair. So we're going to have to take one hefty penalty hit, but let's see if we can improve the durability, because this is the area that someone said to me, you need to try and get this up because it's going to benefit you in the long run. I should have listened to them because we didn't focus on that at the start. We've had all this problem. Look at the car. All these areas need to be sorted out, so we're going to have to take quite a few penalties. But if we can, like I said, if we can do it just in the one race, then you know, we can pick it up, because we want to start challenging for top 5 finishes coming towards the end of the season. And the next one is a circuit where I may be able to compete in. So anyway, that is the end of the episode, guys. Sorry that it was cut short because of my car failing, but sometimes that happens. And hopefully in the next round It's going to be an awesome race in Austria where we know we're probably going to start from the back, and I'm going to be pushing my hardest to finish in the top 10. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to smash the like button. Please keep supporting this series, and I will see you very, very soon in the next episode.